Hey everybody, thanks for tuning into the actual first episode of The More You Glow. So I'm Jay, and this channel is dedicated to lighting and electronics. I had some other lighting and electronics on my other page, The More You Mow, but this page is going to be dedicated just to lighting, so we don't get anything oversaturated. So the first installment of this set of videos is going to be brought to you from Novostella. They've supported a lot of my other endeavors in the past, and they're a solid company to work with. So when they reached out to me, asked me to test out their new LED floodlights, I couldn't say no. So this is exactly what we have here today. So I have floodlights on my house currently. The one set that I have down the bottom actually are no longer working, so I'm going to replace them with this set that we have here today. The main difference between what I have now and what this new set is that these ones do not require a Bluetooth setup or Wi-Fi. These are all basically controlled by this controller here. So if you don't have internet, or if you don't have an area where you can get good reception, you can use this as an option. So this new style of floodlight is pretty similar to the one they had before. It looks like the LEDs are a little bit closer together, and I think they're a little bit brighter, so this should put out a very good light output. I was very happy with the ones I had before, but like I said, they stopped working, so I'm going to try these now. It looks to be a little bit of a slimmer design, so they have a more compact case going around the LED board itself, so it's a little bit more streamlined. The kit that I was sent comes with 6 different floodlights that are all daisy chained together, so you don't have to worry about trying to pair them all individually or get power around each one. They give you plenty of cable in between each set of lights to go as far as you need to go. So the next step we're going to do is we're going to get to installing these floodlights in the locations of where my floodlights used to be, and I will reuse the same holes and hardware that I used for my original set of floodlights. So here's my current setup for my lights. So I have one floodlight right here shining up this pillar. I have another light here on that pillar, one over here on the pillar, another pillar, and then I have 2 down over by where my hose spigot is at, shining up the walls over on either side of the window. If you want to see how I did that install, go ahead and check out the other page that I have called The More You Mow, and I go through in detail as to how I installed these on the house originally. Like I said, I'm reusing the same mounting locations that I had previously on these with the set that I have over here. First thing we're going to do to remove this is we're going to take off this side bolt here, back it all the way out, don't lose any of your hardware, and then you're able to bend the bracket out of the way so you can access the screws without having to have issues with running into the light when you're backing the bolt out. So the concept for this is going to be the same idea. What we're going to do is this time, instead of using our socket set, we're going to have to use an Allen key to remove this bracket so we can bend it out of the way. And we'll utilize the same mounting holes that we had on the other set to mount it to the gutter, as well as to other parts on the pillars. So when you're getting your Allen bolts out, same concept. Make sure you don't lose this nut in the back. That's what your bolt's going to attach to, and you want to lose that. What I'm actually noticing with this style is you can actually go from the bottom side and reach your screw point, so you don't have to actually bend this bracket out of the way like you did on the last set. You're able to go directly from behind and you're able to thread it in. So we're going to go ahead and do that for the rest of these, and we'll check back in. So as you see, you just put the screw into the back of the bracket, and I'll mount this directly to where the original one was. No need to remove the bracket as I did on the last set. So if you're in an area like I have over here, what you can do is you can use these stakes that comes provided to you in the box. So it comes all the necessary hardware, and all you need to do is put the screw that comes with it into the hole over here on the bracket, and make sure you use a washer. And once you're done putting your screw into the back, I do as tight as I can by hand, and then I'll go through with my Allen wrench and tighten this down to make sure that it's in there snug. So once you're done getting your last light in its location, you're going to go ahead and find a power source. So here are the lights as I sit when you plug them in. I didn't change anything. They default to red as soon as you get them going. So you can see on the upstairs, I have purple, and down here I have red. So up at the top is the original set of lights that I had, so you can kind of compare the two together. So up here where the purple is are the original lights, and down here are the new ones that we just got from Novostella. So this is the remote that comes with the lights. So we'll go through each of these different buttons and see what they do. As you can see, it's Halloween, so this will actually go really good for the holidays, so you don't have to run extra lights. So here you can see the white, here is green. Zoom out a little bit here. So let's go ahead and cycle through the different colors that we have here. So right now it's on green. We'll go back to our red that we had before. This is going to be blue. Right here we have our white. And with our whites we have different shades. So I would say that this one is probably the purest white that you're going to get out of this. The other ones are kind of like a lighter pink and you know, different variations of white. I don't think they're a true white, so I like this warm white that we have here. So we'll go ahead and check out orange. Looks kind of reddish with, you know, how the phone picks it up, but it's pretty orange. And then there's different shades. So if you go on the red column, you have all your colors that kind of correspond with that. So here's a yellow, orange, or a lighter orange, darker orange, and red. We'll go green, lighter green, almost turquoise. This is like a sky blue. And over here is not much difference between the two, to be honest with you. So next we'll try our blues. So here's our darkest, our warm blue, I guess you would call it. Here is a purple, which kind of matches the one up above, so I think that looks pretty good. And then we have, I would say this is like a pink. And over here we have, I guess it's like a magenta, if I'm not mistaken. So there's different scenes you can do as well. So if you look at the remote here, you have all these different things you can go through. You have your rainbow colors, which they will go through all different colors. You can see over here, they switch in between seamlessly. We can do a chase feature. So it starts with one light and they all start lighting up individually, as you can see here. We'll do a flow, which is pretty similar to chase, I guess. Yeah, it just cycles through the colors. We have jump, so each light individually jumps through different color options. Here we have fade, so you can see that they fade in and out between different colors. We have breath, which is more like a pulsating instead of a harsh jump between different colors. We have a flash, which, as you can see, it flashes the colors off and on between different colors. And then there's this auto button, which kind of does its own thing over here. So you can also adjust how long you want the light to stay on. So you can do 3 hours, you can do a 6 hour set, you can do your speed so they go a little faster, or you can go a little slower. And then you can jump between your jump, fade, your smooth, and your strobe. So you can make these do all sorts of different things. So let's try this one, which is smooth, so it kind of slowly transitions. Here's another type of fade, and here's jump. And this one over here is strobe. So I like the smooth, so I think I'll leave that there for now. So here's how the lights look at nighttime. As you can see, I have my Halloween display up. Sorry for the color wash on the front over here. It looks a lot neater in person than it does on film. But I mean, you can see the color that this puts out. I mean, it's very bright, it looks clear, it's very crisp, and it's very vivid. You can see that I have lights on each one of the pillars. And I also have some lights over here in the corner. And this is the previous version that they had before. In person, it's not that much of a color difference. Also, they're kind of on different backgrounds, so they kind of contrast or look a little bit different compared to the two. But as I said, this looks very good. I'm really happy with how this turned out. If you're in the market for some floodlights, I would highly recommend checking out Novostella's new lineup that they have. It's very simple to put up, and as you can see, it really brightens up the house. So there's multiple different colors you can choose from. They have a white that looks very clean, looks just like what you would expect for uplighting for your home. And they also have different settings you can use as well. If you're interested in getting some lights for yourself, I highly recommend checking out the link in the description down below. There you can get a discount as well, and their shipping is very fast. Their customer service is great. I've never had any issues getting in contact with somebody. I highly recommend checking them out. So click the link down below, get your discount, and check it out. And they have some other awesome products as well. So thanks for tuning into this episode, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.